Focus, discipline, self-control. You need to focus on your purpose. You need the discipline to continue to focus on your purpose. And you need self-control to prevent yourself from being distracted by your lusts and desires that will prevent you from being diligent and focusing on your purpose. All right? So focus, diligence, self-control. Shalom, this is the brother Bai. You're back here once again. Before I get started, like always, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rechaha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect. Let's get the etymology of the word focus first. The etymology of the word focus means it goes into bear me 1 minute. I was looking for something that I could use, but this is perfect right here at the bottom. It says center of activity or energy. All right, so you want to put your energy towards your purpose, right? And if you're a Hebrew Israelite man, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian through your father's lineage, you should be putting your purpose is to serve the Creator, Abba Yahweh, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You want to put your energy into acknowledging that true purpose and focusing on that purpose. When you get the definition of focus, it says the center of interest, right? Your interest should be on your purpose, not women, not money, not carnal things that fadeth away with time. Because when you focus on your purpose, you know, those things will come. You know, women will come, money will come, and you'll deal with those things rationally instead of irrationally if you're focusing on your purpose. Because if you're not focusing on your purpose, then you will allow money to sway you a certain way, control you, and you know you will revolve your life around money or women, you know, and that's what a lot of guys in this world do, and that's why they end up, you know, broke, end up heartbroken, end up, you know, in a very bad situation. You know, finances may not be in order. You know, you may not have, you know, a home of your own, because of mistakes you made with not focusing on yourself as a man and and on your purpose, but instead focusing on things that hold no value to your life. You got to face it. Majority of these women in this world, they don't add any substantial value to your life as a man. All right, pussy is it's a comfort, right? So when you have sex with a woman, it's a temporary comfort, it's a temporary pleasure. But is that substantial value that's being added to your life? No. All right. If you can find a woman that's, you know, can be a backbone to what you're trying to build, and loyal and faithful and dedicated to helping you fulfill your purpose, that's different. But just because you know, a woman will have sex with you, that doesn't add value to your life and to your purpose. So you shouldn't focus on that. All right. Money is a defense. The scriptures tell us that money is a defense. But you don't want to focus completely on money, because if you focus completely on money, then when you get the money, you're just going to squander it, blow it all and lose it all, and you'll end up broke very fast. But if you are always lock-eyed on your purpose, when you come into a substantial amount of money, you're going to save a good portion of it. You're going to divvy out, you know, some of it to, you know, wherever you want to put it. But it's going to bring back value in some way, shape, or form to you as a man. And it's going to, you know, you're going to put your money to add value to you, all right? You're not just going to blow it on, you know, carnal things that don't, like I said, add value to your life. First precept I want to get is over here in Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. It says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So you have to keep your eyes single, all right? You have to keep your eyes single on your purpose, all right? When you focus on something, like if you have a lens, all right, or a magnifying glass or any type of lens that's constructed for your eyes, it focuses on something, all right? Make your eyes single on whatever you set it upon. And to keep it like that, you have to have discipline, right? You have to have discipline. Without discipline, all of it's going to crumble, because you can begin to focus on your purpose. But if you don't have discipline, then you're going to quickly fall away from focusing on your purpose, and you're going to be, focus on other things that don't benefit you. When you go into the word of discipline, it says the practice, all right, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, right? It's a practice. It's a training. So when you practice something, when you go to a practice or you're training to master a skill or an art or a craft, it becomes a repetitious thing. It becomes a daily thing. It's like somebody that's practicing or training to learn jiu-jitsu. They may have a job, they may go to school, but after they leave their job or school, they go to the jiu-jitsu gym and they practice and they train. All right, if somebody's trying to learn a trade, or whether it be a technician or electrician, they'll go to electrician school, they'll go to technician school. All right, you have jobs called practitioners. All right, it's a practice. So you have to have diligence in practicing and training with focusing on your purpose, right? So it becomes a daily thing. So when you have discipline and you make it repetitious, whether it be reading, studying, watching videos that edify you on your purpose, doing videos of what you've learned to help you and help others better understand what you're learning. That's repetitious practice of keeping you focused on your purpose, keeping you focused on the task that you've been called to do, all right? And you can intertwine the words discipline and disciple, right? To be a disciple of the Lord, you have to be focused and have discipline, right? Because, they will call Hamashiach Yahushua rabbi or teacher, right? He's teaching them things. So they're being trained in the ministry, trained in the word, all right? So they can become masters of the craft, masters of the doctrine, masters of the ministry, to be able to teach others, all right? That's really what a disciple is, all right? You have a teacher and you're following this teacher, but you have to have focus and discipline, all right, and self-control to continue to live in the things that your teacher is teaching you, right? So let me go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse matter of fact, I don't want that. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 6. Let's see. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp and the law is light. All right. Remember, if you have your eye single, your eye will be full of light. All right. Because you're focusing on the light, which is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. So for the commandment is a lamp and the law is light, and the reproofs of instruction are the way of life. All right. When you're going to reproof or correction, that's you being disciplined. All right, you're being disciplined, taught, all right, corrected. All right, it says the reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So these things will help you live a better life. When you have focus and you have discipline and when you have self-control, all these things help you live a better life. All these things help you live a more balanced life. All right. It prevents you from living a life of oversaturation, overindulgence. All right. Over corrupting yourself with meaningless carnal things that, like I said, don't bring righteous value to your life. Let's stay in Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 17, it says, He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof erreth. So if you keep instruction, if you keep discipline, all right, to focus on your purpose, you're in the way of life. You're in the way. And the Lord is not going to forsake a man that abides in those ways, because the scriptures say the Lord loveth them that love wisdom. He dwells with them that love wisdom, roughly paraphrasing. All right. Yeah, so from there, let's go to where was I at before? Bear with me 1 minute. Yeah, let's go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. But before I get that, let me at least pull it up. But before I actually read it, let's get the etymology of self-control, right? Self-control. Let's go into the word self-control or self-restraint, right? It says control imposed of oneself, an action of holding back, right? So you hold yourself back from fulfilling your lusts and desires. It's nothing wrong with, enjoying some of the pleasures of the flesh, but you can't make that your focus. Your focus always has to be on your purpose, all right? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the glory of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the truth, the ministry, the brotherhood, your growth in the ministry, your growth in the truth, your growth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the Ruach HaKodesh, right? So you have to be able to hold yourself back from veering off, all right, your focus, all right? That's when discipline comes into play. You have to have self-control or temperance, which is, the scriptures speak about having temperance, which is self-control, self-restraint, right? When you get the definition of self-control, not the etymology, but the definition. Let's go there. Definition of self-control: the ability to control oneself, in particular one's emotions and desires. All right. So you control your emotions when things don't go your way. You don't get too high. You don't get too low. You don't get too angry. You don't get too sad. You always revert back to your purpose. You always revert back to your focusing, right? Your focus, your discipline, all right? And that's why the discipline is so key, because when you're repetitiously practicing and training on these things, you gain more self-control because you make it a part of your life, your daily routine. If you don't water your seed, it won't grow. So you have to make it repetitious, all right? It has to become a part of your life. You have to make it one with you. It can't be something you dabble in and dabble out of whenever you feel like it. You have to make it a part of your life, because that's lukewarm. And the scriptures speak about how Yahweh Shai doesn't like the taste of lukewarm, all right? So he's going to spit you out his mouth because you dabble in when you feel like it. You dabble out when you feel like it. But you haven't immersed yourself in it and become it and allowed it to be a part of your daily life, all right? You look at anybody that has mastered any skill or art or trade, they immersed themselves in it, and it became a part of their life. This guy, Stephen Curry, is the greatest shooter of all time in basketball, not because, he was just born the greatest shooter. Yes, that plays a part, but he repetitiously made shooting the basketball a part of his life. He had the focus, the discipline, and the self-control to master the art of shooting. Yes, his frame and his size and, his form all plays a part in that, the way he was born and how the Most High constructed him. Yes, that plays a part, But without the focus, discipline, and self-control to master that craft, he wouldn't be the Stephen Curry he is. And I'm just using him as an example. You can apply that to anybody that has mastered any field that they labor in. All right? So let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9. And let's go all the way down. I believe it's verse 27. It says, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, right? Self-control, self-restraint, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So a lot of guys may start off with the proper focus. A lot of guys may start off with a form of diligence. But if they lack self-control, at any moment they can allow their lust, desires to cause them to err, all right, and go the wrong way. And then they'll become, a mocking towards people that they taught, all right? Whether they couldn't self-control themselves with alcohol or pride or, whatever the case may be, it caused them to err and fall away from their purpose, right? So, that's why I titled this lesson, focus, diligence, and self-control, because if you focus on those things, right, if you're diligent in those things, if you refrain from the worldly things that prevent you from doing those things, you'll be just fine. You'll live a way better life. I just brought it out in the scriptures how, applying those necessary things to your life will lead you unto light, will give you clear vision, all right, with your eye being single on your purpose, all right? So, I just wanted to do a video touching on those 3 aspects. It could have been longer, but that's all right. Lord willing, you got the point. And, the truth is always about, we're a broken record because the truth doesn't change. So I'm sure in the Lord's time, if it be His will, I'll be making another video about the same topic, not too long from now. So, Lord, when this was edifying, until the next time I say, Shalom.